Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Monday, the 13th of August. Death toll climbs to 39 in India's flood-hit Kerala province. Pakistan releases 30 Indian prisoners ahead of Independence Day. At least 17 soldiers killed in attack on army base in Afghanistan. And now for all the details. Death toll rose to 39 on Monday in floods and landslides triggered by heavy rains in India's southern Kerala province. Disaster management teams and army have been deployed in various parts of the province in order to aid the administration with disaster relief and rescue operations.
Death toll climbed to at least 39 in the ongoing flood situation in India's Kerala province on Monday. The floods caused by incessant rains have worst hit Kannur, Wayanad, Kozhikode, Idukki and Malappuram districts. Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan on Sunday took an aerial overview of the situation and assured teams of Disaster Management Force, Air Force and Navy were carrying out rescue and relief operations. India's Interior Ministry has announced an immediate relief of additional $14.3 million for the province.
പൂർണ്ണമായിട്ട് ഒരു 10,000-ഓളം വീടുകൾ പൂർണ്ണമായി നശിക്കുകയും ഒരുപാട് വീടുകളിൽ നിന്ന് പഠന ഉപകരണങ്ങളും യൂണിഫോമുകളും ബുക്കുകളും എന്ന് വേണ്ട സകലതും നഷ്ടപ്പെടുകയും എല്ലാവരും ഈ ദുരിതാശ്വാസ ക്യാമ്പിലേക്ക് മാറ്റിപ്പാർപ്പിക്കുകയാണ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത്. അതിന്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിൽ ഇവിടെയുള്ള എംപിമാരും എംഎൽഎമാരും വാർഡ് മെമ്പർമാരും എല്ലാവരും സജീവമായിട്ട് ഈ ഏരിയയിൽ പ്രവർത്തിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഈ ക്യാമ്പുകളിലേക്ക് എല്ലാ പ്രദേശത്തു നിന്നും സഹായങ്ങളും ഡ്രസ്സുകളായിട്ടും ബ്ലാങ്കറ്റുകളായിട്ടും മറ്റ് അനുബന്ധ സാധനങ്ങളെല്ലാം എല്ലാ മേഖലകളിൽ നിന്നും ഈ ക്യാമ്പുകളിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പോൾ
Rainfall is important for India as a major section of its 1.2 billion population is engaged in farming and depends on rain. However, excessive monsoon rains this year caused major rivers across India to swell, causing floods and widespread loss of property and life.
One security personnel was killed and 5 people, including a militant, were injured during an encounter in Srinagar city of India's Jammu and Kashmir province on Sunday. The encounter broke out after militants opened fire on the security forces during a search operation.
One Indian security personnel was killed and 5 others injured, including a militant in an encounter between security forces and militants in Srinagar city in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Sunday. The incident took place in Batamalu area of Srinagar after the security forces received information about the presence of militant hideout. The search led to exchange of fire, leaving 1 special operations group personnel dead and 4 other personnel belonging to State Police Department and Central Reserve Police Force injured.
इनिशियल सर्चेज में हम लोगों ने एक हाइड आउट बस्ट करा है और इनिशियल कार्रवाई के दौरान एक्सचेंज ऑफ फायर हुआ है जिसमें मिलिटेंट जख्मी हुआ है और अभी इस इलाके का मुहासरा हो रखा है और सर्चेज जारी हैं. इस पूरे इंसिडेंट में हमारे सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस के जो हैं 5 अफराद हैं वो जख्मी हुए हैं, जिनमें से एक को शहादत प्राप्त हुई है.
India blames neighbouring Pakistan for regularly arming and infiltrating militants across the border to spread unrest in Kashmir Valley. Pakistan, however, denies the allegations.
Indian Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj on Monday met President-elect of the 73rd session of UN General Assembly, Maria Fernanda Espinosa Graces, in New Delhi. Both the leaders held wide-ranging discussions on revitalization of the United Nations, including reform of the UN Security Council, strengthening global counter-terrorism legal framework, and among other issues. Graces, who's on a 3-day visit to India, also shared her priorities for the upcoming session of the UNGA. The UN General Assembly in June overwhelmingly elected her as its next president, making her only the 4th woman to lead the 193-member world body in its 73-year history. And Pakistan on Monday released 30 Indian prisoners as a goodwill gesture ahead of the country's Independence Day. The released prisoners included 27 fishermen who had been arrested by the authorities for allegedly trespassing into Pakistan's territorial waters. Earlier this month, India also released 14 Pakistani prisoners who were arrested for crossing the border in India's western Gujarat province. Pakistan and India frequently arrest fishermen as there is no clear demarcation of maritime border in the Arabian Sea, and these fishermen do not have boats equipped with the technology to know their precise location. Both the neighbouring nations have fought 3 wars since independence in 1947. Ties have always been tense between them, particularly since the 2008 attacks in Mumbai, which is blamed on Pakistan-based militants. And news from Afghanistan, at least 17 soldiers were killed on Sunday after Taliban attacked an Afghan National Army base in Faryab province. Meanwhile, security forces set a checkpoint at the crucial Kabul-Ghazni highway as clashes continued after Taliban fighters stormed Ghazni city.
At least 17 soldiers were killed and another 25 wounded in clashes between security forces and the Taliban in Afghanistan's Faryab province on Sunday, said local media reports. According to the reports, the Taliban attacked an Afghan National Army base, commonly known as Chinese camp, and have occupied a few strongholds. Faryab lawmakers accused government of negligence and said the base had been under siege for a few days. They said despite calls for help, security departments failed to take action.
سرنوشتشان جدا نگران هستیم. وسایل تانک ها و تجهیزاتی که در قرماچ از خیلی وسایل زیاد ولی و دلیل نبود مهمات و لوجستیک و روغنیات همه در اختیار متاسفانه طالبان قرار میگیرن. طالبان میتونه با او امکانات در مجموع شمال را خاصتا فاریاب را تحت تهدید بسیار بلند قرار داشته باشه.
Meanwhile, Afghan security personnel on Sunday set a checkpoint at Kabul-Ghazni highway as fighting around Ghazni province continued for 2 days after Taliban fighters stormed the city. In the stark show of force by the terror group, at least 25 police personnel and 1 journalist was killed, confirmed officials. Most of telecom towers have been destroyed in the attack, which started on Friday, making it difficult to establish contacts with the city as both the Taliban and the government were claiming the upper hand.
Moving on to news from Nepal, around 250 participants from India and Nepal participated in the Nepal-India Literature Festival held in Nepalese city of Birgunj. The 2-day festival aimed to enhance age-old historic, cultural and social relations between the two countries through literary exchange.
A 2-day Nepal-India Literature Festival began in Birgunj city of Nepal on Sunday. Around 250 participants from India and Nepal participated in the festival organized by Nepal-India Cooperation Forum. Inaugurating the festival, Chief Minister of Nepal's Province No. 2 Lal Babu Rod said the event would play an important role in further strengthening the Indo-Nepal ties.
मुझे लगता है कि ऐसी कार्यक्रम विशेष करके दोनों देश के साहित्यकारों को जमा करके एक महोत्सव के रूप में एक कार्यक्रम के आयोजना करना निश्चित रूप से एक उदाहरणीय है और हम सबों के लिए एक प्रेरणा के स्रोत है.
India and Nepal share a unique relationship of friendship and cooperation characterized by open borders and deep-rooted people-to-people contacts of kinship and culture. The festival aimed to promote the age-old historic, cultural and social relations through literary exchange.
Ahead of the Independence Day celebrations in India, the national flag business booms across the country. The production of Indian national flags made from homespun cotton is witnessing a spike in northeastern Assam province after the federal government introduced a ban on the use of plastic to make flags.
The production of Indian national flags made from khadi or homespun cotton has seen a spike in Guwahati city of India's northeastern Assam province after the federal government introduced a ban on use of plastic to make flags. the government's traditional handloom and cotton industry is trying to make the most of the ban. As the country's Independence Day draws closer, the noise of sewing machines at the Assam Khadi and Village Industries Board, or KVIB, is getting louder by the minute. Assam's KVIB is hoping to sell more than 2 million Khadi flags this year.
झंडे को बिकेगा लेके तो हम लोग का हर साल अच्छा हो रहा है, लेकिन ये साल तो और अच्छा होगा क्योंकि प्लास्टिक पटाखा बैन कर दिया सरकार ने, इसलिए हम लोग का अच्छा है, आखा है क्या टारगेट फुलफिल हो जाएगा इस साल.
Wholesale and retail shops selling the tricolour national flags are also witnessing an increase in sales. To push for higher sales, shop owners have introduced tricolour hairbands, buns, caps, bands and badges which are attracting customers of all ages.
इस बार बहुत ज़्यादा ही मतलब पब्लिक में उत्साह है, बच्चे लोग सब आ रहे हैं फ्लैग्स लेने. स्कूल के तरफ से भी अभी कुछ प्रोग्राम होते हैं तब सब आते हैं सेस लेने, नेहरू टोपी लेने, फिर नॉर्मल कैप लेने 15 अगस्त के फंक्शन के लिए.
Independence Day in India is celebrated on August 15th to commemorate the freedom from the British rule and its birth as a sovereign nation in 1947. The day commences with hoisting of the national tricolour flag by the Prime Minister at the historic Red Fort in New Delhi.
Scores of people are thronging at an ongoing pineapple festival in a village in India's Manipur province. The 10-day-long festival aims to encourage farmers and locals to plant and cultivate pineapples. The event will continue till August 20th.
Locals and tourists are thronging an ongoing pineapple festival being held in Thayong village of India's northeastern Manipur province. The 10-day-long festival has been organized with the aim to encourage farmers and locals to plant and cultivate pineapples. Authorities also hope to promote agro-tourism through such events as the region is blessed with abundant varieties of herbs and medicinal plants.
The village produces approximately around 20 to 30 tons in the years. In one season in the year, we have got two seasons. In the winter season, there is one season, and then in this monsoon season, we have got two seasons.
क्योंकि समाइना कोई village से कोई थौगान थायोंग village दा कोई pineapple की मेला मतोई न हाइबसी को.
This year, the popular Q variety of pineapple was being sold at 30 odd stalls that were set up at the festival. Thayong village has a population of approximately 750 people, with more than 90% of the major sources of income lying in farming of pineapple. Through the pineapple festival, the farmers would be able to showcase different varieties of pineapple grown in the area, boosting the economy of pineapple growers of the area.
Devotees in southern India carried a chariot procession to celebrate a festival dedicated to Lord Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction. Pilgrims walked and pulled a chariot decorated with flowers to invoke blessings.
Hundreds of Hindu devotees flocked the famous Ramanatham Swami temple as a chariot procession was conducted in Rameswaram town of India's southern Tamil Nadu province on Sunday. Idols of Lord Ramanatha Swami and his consort Amal were taken out on a golden chariot to the sea as various devotees pulled the chariot on their way. According to a popular belief, the pulling of chariot invokes divine blessings and is supposed to rid the soul of its sins.
Ramanatha Swami கோவிலில் அம்பாள் பதவர்த்தினி அம்பாளுக்கு தேர் திருவிழா நடைபெறுகிறது. இந்த தேர் திருவிழாவானது தேரை இழுக்கும் அனைவருமே சிவகணங்களாக பாவிக்க வேண்டும் என்று ஆகமம் சொல்கிறது.
The annual Adi Thirukalyanam festival is one of the powerful full moon days wherein devotees offer their prayers to their ancestors. The festival is celebrated during the auspicious Tamil month of Adi spanning July and August and pays homage to Hindu god of destruction Shiva.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsia Newsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsia Newsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.